We are joined with a very special guest right now, though. We're speaking with Emily Stevenson, who, Emily, the way I have heard you referred to throughout the session, jokingly, of course, and with love, is the woman in the fishbowl. Because you literally sit in a glassed-in enclosed area in the Senate building that serves somewhat as a security measure at times, but is also sort of a way to funnel all of the traffic going towards the senators' offices and the committee rooms over there. And you serve sort of as an information hub, if you will. You watch social media. You watch requests from senators, requests from staff here at the Senate staff here at the Capitol, and your job basically is to coordinate, answer questions, keep an eye on what people are talking about, highlight to senators any sort of response that they're getting, things like that. Tell us what that has been like for you during a 45-day session.
Oh my gosh! Well, I never imagined doing anything like this. Rick was really awesome. We first started working together in October. Rick is the chief of staff for the Utah Senate. He found me on Twitter, which is ironic. I look back to the time that he found me, and I would tweet about my cats. And I was like, you want some girl that tweets about her cats to help out with the Senate?
The internet right now, so.
Cats, they're awesome. I'm going to give that endorsement. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, so I'm a journalism major, and he was like, hey, I've seen some of your skills. I saw your blog, so I thought that it would be helpful with your skills here at the Senate.
No kidding.
And so I came, and we met, and he was just such a great guy, and he just explained how transparent he wanted the Senate to be and all the steps he was making to move towards that, and I was just really impressed with the progress that the Senate was making, and I was honored to be able to help out with that. And so it's really fun. It was scary at first, though, having access to the Utah Senate Twitter account. Not gonna lie. We have about 8,000 followers. And so when it comes to posting something on there, probably for the first few months, I would approve tweets with him just to make sure that we were portraying the voice of the Senate adequately and sharing the news of what's really happening here.
Now, part of that is to not just, many people think that everything is scripted and everything is thought out beforehand, but not the case, which also can lead to, accidents or mistakes that happen. But how has it been for you being the person probably most in touch, as everyone gets really, really busy with their specific task throughout each day here, the person most in touch with what the public response to this or that is? What are you seeing with the session, and how do senators respond to some of that?
When I first got involved with the government, I thought that a lot of social media portrayal of the government was very negative, and it's been very surprising and nice to see that a lot of people that interact with us on social media are saying positive things or innovative things, suggestions about the Senate, so we like to keep tabs on that. We really do take notes and listen to what people have to say. We really want people to be involved and engaged with what we're doing here.
That's well said. I like that line. Yeah. It is, because most of
This is why she's doing what she's doing.
Oh, exactly.
See how she answered that question perfectly and beautifully in 140 characters or less?
Oh, my God. You guys are too nice. That's the thing with Twitter. It drives me crazy as a journalism major because I've, violated the AP style guide so many times with my grammar, and it drives me nuts. And then once you send the tweet out there and you realize you made a mistake or a typo, you're like, do we leave this or do we not? And at the beginning of the session, Rick Cantrell is going to not be happy about this, but he sent a tweet out on our Twitter account saying it was when the president of the Senate was getting sworn in, and he said, and so he was saying Utah Senate President sweating in instead of swearing. So the freaking autocorrect, those definitely get you.
I think I saw that tweet.
Those autocorrects.
But the thing is when we make mistakes, we own up to them, and it just shows the public, too, we're just like everybody else, and we just care about Utah. That's why we're all here, is just caring about the laws and being involved in the process.
It's, I think, very interesting to see that sort of a side of it, because again, I think we all do start to feel like it's very scripted. Everything we hear, it's been run through a focus group and been tailored to pick this emotion or that emotion.
Everything that we heard was in a press release. It was crafted very carefully, but that's not true on Twitter.
It just can't be anymore.
Yeah.
If you wait for a press release, everybody's already got it through another source.
Right.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
Oh, man, great getting your perspective. Let me ask, we're just about up for a break here, but let me ask, Emily, what comes next for you? What is this? Many people step into a job like this, and it's a springboard to something next. So getting this kind of experience, again, through a crash course boot camp for 45 days, do you see yourself working within this world, the relationship somewhere between government and social media again? Or where are you headed?
I think it really just depends with job opportunities. I actually did start looking for a job because I knew that the legislature would be ending soon, so I do have a job lined up that I'm going to be starting tomorrow. But I would like to stay involved with doing social media with the Senate if there was any way, but I probably would have to be an intern again. But it's been a really good experience, and I mean, being able to work with government relations and seeing how communication works within an internal government setting has been really refreshing, and especially seeing how we deal with crisis communication. It's been really nice to see how we address the issues and get problems worked out. And that's what we're here for. We just want to resolve issues and make sure that everybody's on the same page and is informed of what's going on here.
That's great to know that there is a person who's filled this role.
Well, I don't know what your job is, Emily, that you got lined up, but may I recommend TV or radio news? You are fantastic with a mic.
That's actually what I did before. I worked at Clear Channel back in Kansas, and I was a floor director.
You can't tell.
Ben Winslow thought he had job security.
I appreciate
but
that.
We've just discovered.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, Emily, it's been a pleasure to speak with you and talk to you a few times throughout the session, and I'm excited to see where things go next for you. And thanks for sitting down with us to talk about this side of the legislative session.
Thank you.
All right, take our final break now. We'll be back with, sadly, just 10 more minutes. And, man, so much more we wanted to get to up here. We'll try to in the final 10 minutes. We may have another senator, we may have another House rep, and if not, we'll have a lot of opinion on what we see going on, not specifically here in the Senate, but in the legislative session's final day. Talk about the fate of House Bill 114, the gun bill. I'll give everybody a hint. It's dead. Actually, most of us are happy about that, right?
I was going to say, that wasn't much of a hint. I mean, that's an answer.
Kind of.
Tune in anyway.
Was that a spoiler? Is that a
that might have been a spoiler, but that's okay. We'll elaborate.
We'll talk about why it's dead, then, after this. This is KVNU's For the People.